Well, hi there. I'm Amy, a member of the student care team here at SMBC, and it's my delight to introduce Alice. Please welcome her. Together, Alice and I are going to bring the final community spot for semester one. Alice, why don't you start just by telling us a little bit about you and your studies here?
So I'm Alice. I'm in my third year of MDiv, and I've been studying full-time as a day student during that time.
Awesome. What I want you to do, Alice, is cast your mind back 3 years to when you started as a first year and just tell us what that experience was like joining the SMBC community.
Yeah, I was reflecting on this. I think that the first time I walked into campus was my first day because all the orientation and stuff had been on Zoom. And then I met Amy.
Oh,
yeah.
We were Greek week buddies, weren't we?
No, I was very nervous. I didn't know who would be there or what it would be like. But I think I also had good hopes for the potential of Christian community. So I was excited as well. And I think that my experience was that people were really friendly, but also that it took a while to actually get to know people well. Yeah.
And so as a first year, did you kind of make certain efforts or have certain intentionality about trying to take part in the community?
Yeah, so I think the most significant part was really done for me with fellowship groups. I feel very, very thankful to have had a community that we could meet each week. People really prayed for me and cared about me, and I was just really blessed with the group of women that God brought together, and that's been really significant for me in my time at college. But there were a few other things. I lived about 40 minutes away from campus my first 2 years. But I still tried to come in every day and just spend time in the library, at the morning tea snack area, and have those incidental interactions with people. Also, I think this is a bit like exposing about my personality, but when I read the timetable, I was like, oh, an hour 20 for lunch. Okay, well, I guess that's what I'm doing, sitting at lunch for an hour 20. But I think that was really helpful because even though lots of people scattered to do their own things, I got to spend like a little bit of extra time chatting with people and getting to know them better and getting to know some of the faculty as well. So that was good.
I love that you read the timetable. Well, go you.
In the diary. And I was going to say something else. Oh, yeah, thinking about there's so many offerings at SMBC for how you can get engaged with the community. And as a day student who was also connected to a church already and lots of other things, I just picked one or two things that I thought would be really helpful. So like doing the storytelling club, that was really great in my first semester, or getting involved with the what's it called? Student reps. Yeah, that was good ways to get to know different parts of the community. Yeah.
So you're in third year now. Yay. How have you noticed the community change or your interaction with the community change over your last couple of years of college?
Yeah, so I think one of the cool and hard things about SMBC community is that no semester is the same because, some of the people that I started studying with are off serving God in lots of different places. And there are lots of people here who I'll never really have a class with or won't have as strong interactions with. So, the community changes. But I think something that I've noticed is over my time here, I feel more confident and like I have more ownership that this is my community. And even though some relationships will be closer than others, it still feels like a kind of place of home and a security kind of place. So that's been cool.
So the elephant in the room is that we are extroverts, we're social people. Elephant in the room, it can be daunting to join a new community, a community of this size. So maybe speak to that and then we'll speak to the others.
Yeah, I think one of the things I found the hardest, even as an extrovert, is that the SMBC community is bigger than people who take classes here. And so when there's been opportunities maybe to join for dinner or barbecues or, all these families come out of the woodworks and there's so many more people. And so that is overwhelming. But I think also just setting my expectations on maybe I'll just get to know one person better in the context of their family or, and that's been a really helpful thing to just see that the community is even bigger than who's in my class.
Yeah. So despite any sense of feeling overwhelmed or daunted, tell us why you think learning in community is of such value and why you pursue it.
Right. I think I've become more and more convinced in my time at college that learning, it does happen in the classroom, of course. Thank you, everyone who teaches. But often the most memorable things are like the way that I hear other people reflecting on what they've learned or applying it or praying. And I think that we limit learning if we just come for an hour, but it's such a richer experience. And I think God has really formed me through being able to interact with lots of different people and see how God's working in them.
So good. Well, Alice has shared a lot about the value of community, but we have acknowledged that sometimes it can be hard to join community. So I'd like to invite up two prop people. Let's give a little clap for Tim Silverman, acting principal, who's going to be acting for us, and Grace Jones. And we're just going to run through two quick scenarios. So we're going to have these fabulous students and our acting principal having just their general chit-chat over morning tea. Scenario number one, I'm a lonely bystander and Alice notices me. What is she going to do?
Hey, Amy, do you want to come and join our conversation? We're just responding to 1 and 2 Kings.
A warm invitation and a quick rundown of what they've been talking about so I can start sharing my profound thoughts on 1 and 2 Kings. That's scenario number one. Don't be shy if you see a lonely bystander to invite them into the fold, and please take 10 seconds to educate them on what's been happening in the conversation. Scenario number two, I'm a lonely bystander, but Alice, she actually hasn't noticed me because she's engrossed. How do I join this awesome conversation happening? Hi, can I blow in?
Of course, Amy, welcome. Do you know our acting principal and our drama teacher?
Don't be shy to blow in. This is an awesome community of loving brothers and sisters in Christ. Just because they don't notice you doesn't mean they don't love you. They might have just not noticed you. So let's put ourselves out there and don't be shy to blow in. Let's give a round of applause and keep enjoying community here at SMBC.